Dogen, a leading Japanese Buddhist during the Kamakura period, 1192 to 1333, introduced Zen to Japan. One of his famous sayings is, "Before learning Zen, mountains and rivers are just mountains and rivers. During the study of Zen, mountains are no longer mountains and rivers are no longer rivers. After enlightenment, they once again become mountains and rivers." At the early stage of studying Zen, it's not easy to grasp its main idea, so you may mistakenly view things through a complex way at this stage. However, after you have pretty well mastered the main idea of Zen, everything goes back to basics, that is becoming simple again. The saying tells us that no matter how difficult or complex life is, the most ingenious is the simplest. In this regard, life is really simple. Unfortunately, we humans insist on making life complicated. With reference to Dogen's concept above, Bruce Lee came up with the following fighting philosophy.
Before I learned the art, a punch was just a punch, and a kick, just a kick.
After I learned the art, a punch was no longer a punch, a kick, no longer a kick.
Now that I understand the art, a punch is just a punch. And a kick is just a kick.
No!
Before learning martial arts, you may think that a punch or a kick is just close to an inborn movement like stretching arms or legs, nothing special. When starting to learn martial arts, you will discover that a punch or a kick behind consists of several skills, so it's not as simple as you thought. However, when you have got a mastery of it, you and the fist or foot become one, a punch or a kick becomes simple again. With similar line of thought, iBruceLee arrive at several applications around. Before I become a writer, paper is just paper. After I become a writer, paper is not paper. When I am no longer a writer, paper is just paper. When something is written on paper, it is not paper anymore, it becomes a useless paper. When I know nothing about COVID, it's just COVID. When the number of people died from COVID on the increase, it's not just COVID. After I infected COVID, it's just COVID. Before you get the infection of COVID, you fear it so much as you have no idea how harmful it will be. But when you got infected, you become ease as you realize the extent of harmfulness. Fear is due to ignorance. Ignorance is due to anxiety. Anxiety is due to fear. Fear, ignorance, anxiety. These three unpleasant feelings occur cyclically. It's mainly due to a lack of knowing the true situation. This is in line with what Bruce Lee said.
Fear comes from uncertainty. We can eliminate the fear within us when we know ourselves better.
Before I don't have the need to earn money, money is just paper. After I start to earn money for myself or my family, money is no longer paper. When I know how to earn big money, money is paper again. For ordinary people, they don't feel the pressure of earning money when they don't need to earn money for themselves or their families. In the real world, money is just paper for some people. You know why? Having too little, it will bring trouble. Having too much, it will bring trouble as well. Moreover, the problems of having too much money are no better than having too little money. The situation is more or less the same when money is replaced by women. Before human exploit the nature, a mountain is just a mountain, a river is just a river. After humans start to exploit the nature, a mountain is no longer a mountain, a river is no longer a river. When humans stop to exploit the nature, a mountain is just a mountain, a river is just a river. In contemporary world, humans often exploit the nature in order to fulfill their ambitions. According to Taoism, in order to keep the universe in balance, one must be in harmony with the nature. So, humans should stop exploit the nature, just leaving it as it was. Owning a Lamborghini, you tell me ordinary?
They are just my toys.
Before I have some knowledge, I am just an ordinary man. When I have some knowledge, I think I am not an ordinary man. After I have more knowledge, I am just an ordinary man. After you have more knowledge, you start to realize how insufficient you are. When you know you are just an ordinary man, you are becoming an extraordinary man. According to Buddhism, dust returns to dust, mud returns to mud. This means that any matter should go back to the state where it begins, or in other words, the beginning status and the ending status are the same. All in all, matters began and ended in the same place. To be simple is the key to a life well lived.